Hello everyone. So let's go to our second part of our income statement, wherein we will be solving a few sums from the textbook. Okay, so this is a sum. Andrew commenced his business on 1st January 2015. This is the trial balance of Andrew, the debit column, and this is the credit column. This is the debit column and this is the credit column. And the trial balance is extracted at 31st December from his books of account. They're asking us to prepare the trading section of income statement. As you all know, when we talk about the trading section of the income statement, it gives us the gross profit. That means your revenue less your cost of sales would give us the gross profit, a profit that you earn because of your trading activities. Revenue is always the sales less sales return. Gross profit is the profit that you earn due to trading activities. And when we talk about cost of sales, our cost of sales is nothing but opening inventory and purchases minus closing inventory. And when we talk about purchases, in the purchases, we would subtract the purchase return, add the carriage inward, and subtract the goods for own use. This is already done in the first lesson, in the first part of this video. Let's move ahead, take the details. Now, since we are just beginning the sum, we are not taking into consideration the adjustments. Okay? So let's see, what does this sum say? Sales. Our sales is 1,26,000. Sales would go in the trading account. Sales return again in the trading account. Purchases, trading. Purchase return, trading. Sales and sales return forms a part of the revenue, whereas the purchase and the purchase returns forms a part of the cost of sales. Discount receipts, discount allowed, wages, rent, all these forms a part of the extension of the income statement. That means it forms a part of your profit and loss account. We are not preparing the profit and loss account. Look over here, if anything forms a part of the trading section. And try to prepare the income statement for yourself. I would wait for 2 minutes and then we could re-evaluate our answer. Let's see. Our sales is 1,26,000. We will write it in the second column. Minus the sales return, which is 2,000. That would also be incorporated in the second column. Sales less sales return gives us the revenue, which is 1,24,000. In that, we have to adjust our cost of sales. Now let's see our opening inventory. Opening inventory would always be given in the trial balance. It is not given, so we'll put a dash. Purchases is 55,200. From that, we would subtract our purchase returns, which makes it 2,200. After subtracting the answer that we get, we'll write it down. It is 53,000. You would add the carriage inwards. Since there is no carriage inward, I'm writing it as a dash. 53,000. Less the goods for own use would give you the cost of sales. Less the goods for own use would give you the cost of sales. Here, the confusing part is that we see drawings over here. But always remember, the drawings which is given in the trial balance would always be a part of the balance sheet. In the trading section, the goods for own use that we subtract would always be the one that is given in the adjustment. The one that is given in the trial balance is already adjusted before. So we would not readjust it. The drawings given in trial balance always forms a part of the statement of financial position where it is subtracted from the capital. So this drawings will be subtracted from the capital. And over here, we'll write nothing. So your purchases is 53,000. Your closing inventory, you would subtract your closing inventory to get your cost of sales. Since there is no information given about closing inventory, I would add in an information wherein we would say that the closing inventory is 5,000. So I will subtract the closing inventory and get my cost of sales. 53 minus 5,000. So the closing inventory, when I subtract, I will get cost of sales. Now remember, this is your revenue. This is your cost of sales. From the revenue, when you subtract the cost of sales, so from 1,24,000, when you will subtract the 48,000, because you're going to subtract it, you will put it in brackets. You will get your gross profit, which is 76,000. So revenue less the cost of sales would give you your gross profit, which is 76,000. Remember, gross profit is a profit that you earn whole and sole because of trading activities, because of buying and selling. Trading activities, or I could say gross profit is a profit that I earn because of buying and selling. If there is no buying and selling, there is no gross profit. Okay, am I very clear with this? Okay, so if you remember, what we did was we subtracted the closing inventory before arriving at the gross profit. So the most important tip over here is when you prepare the trading section of the income statement, always make adjustment in respect of closing inventory. Always remember, every adjustment will have two effects. The two effects of closing inventory is one, that it is subtracted from the cost of sales. The first effect of closing inventory is that it is subtracted from the cost of sales. Subtracted from cost of sales because closing inventory does not give us gross profit. And the second effect of your closing inventory is that you write it in your current assets. Current assets, because this inventory still belongs to you. You would sell it in the next accounting year. Okay? The key points that you have to remember is that you have to always give your income statement a proper heading. Always give the income statement a proper heading. Include the name of the business. Income statement is also known as a period statement. Why? Because it covers a period of time. It must be described as income statement for the year ended. Always write the date in full with day, month, and year. Okay? That means if I'm preparing the income statement for the year ended 31st March 2021, so I will write 31st date, March month 2021 year. Okay, so this is the way you write for the year ended, the period that it covers. Also, you should know by now what is your revenue. Sales less sales return is your revenue, and your revenue is your turnover. Cost of sales is very important. It should always be shown as a separate heading. So can you all tell me the two adjustments in respect of closing inventory? Effect number one would be that it is subtracted from the cost of sales. You adjust it in the cost of sales. You remove it from the cost of sales. Effect number two, you will show it in the statement of financial position, asset side, under the heading current assets. Let's do one example. You need to do this yourself. You could pause the video and do the sum. First example that you need to do it yourself. The things that you do not have, you can put a dash. Remember, you're asked to prepare the trading section, and the trading section is always going to give you the gross profit. You can do a second example. The answer for this example is over here. Here, they have prepared the trading section in two parts. The debit, which has all the expenses, and the credits, which has your revenue. You know that the revenue less cost of sales would give you your gross profit. Your revenue is 1,45,800, which you get from here. Cost of sales is 66,300. So your gross profit is revenue less cost of sales. So it comes up to 79,500, which is your gross profit. You would also try the activity number 2. In activity number 2, you have unsold goods which is valued at 49,500. Try and arrive at the gross profit. This is the horizontal format. We are not learning the horizontal format, so you will do it in the vertical format. The answer to the gross profit is over here. So you should arrive at a gross profit of 61,100. Once you are thorough with your trading section, we would proceed to the income statement, the rest of the income statement. So when you prepare a normal income statement, the first part of the normal income statement is we would prepare the trading section of the income statement. When we are preparing the trading section of the income statement, do not forget to make adjustments in respect of closing inventory. After you make adjustment in respect of closing inventory, you would arrive at the gross profit. After you arrive at the gross profit, we would take into account the remaining nominal accounts and prepare the rest of the income statements. After you prepare the rest of the income statement, always make sure that all the nominal accounts are included. When you prepare the rest of the income statement, you will add the other income to the gross profit. You would subtract the other expenses from the gross profit. And it will then be possible for you to prepare the profit for the year or the loss for the year. This profit for the year or loss for the year figure that you arrive at is very important because it will be used again. It will be used again in the statement of financial position. I would want you to try this sum for yourself. And we would look at the answer of this sum in our next video, that is video number 3. Thank you. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel.